You're watching the Sorry What podcast, and I'm your host, Jared Goldstein.
And that's the one you want?
Should I take it back?
No.
What if I just kind of throw it away?
Try.
Okay. You're watching the Sorry What podcast. It's a... So my least favorite part of this is starting it.
You're going to be so good.
Do you think?
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
You have the confidence of 1,000 suns, S-U-N-S, and S-O-N-S, 10,000 suns, S-O-N-S.
You know,
1,000 S-U-N-S, 10,000 S-O-N-S is...
So would you say I'm off the charts?
Yeah.
Okay.
99th percentile carrot.
You know what? You're watching the Sorry What podcast, and I'm your host, Jared Goldstein.
And that's the one you want?
Should I take it back?
No.
What if I just kind of throw it away?
Try.
Okay. You're watching the Sorry What podcast. It's a...
Take a deep breath.
Okay. Okay.
I like that because you're making them beg for it immediately. You're like, what? What is it? You want me to finish the sentence?
Oh, like they're kind of feeling like, oh, maybe I should chill out.
Yeah.
And
Just try
maybe
when
they
like
should chill out.
try when like you're talking to like a loved one. I was gonna say a mom, but like I don't really know my mom that well, so I'm like I don't know your situation.
Okay, great.
So a loved one.
Okay, a loved one. So you're watching the Sorry What podcast. It's an advice podcast from a bad listener. I'm your host, Jared Goldstein, and today I'm here with my esteemed guest, Vic Michaelis.
Stunning.
Wait, that was the best one.
That was it.
Imagine a loved one.
Who you're talking to? I don't know. I'm just like, listen.
You're already helping. You're already helping people.
No, that was amazing.
Okay.
Do you think you're a bad listener?
I know that I am. And I'm also, because of this podcast, I'm learning that I am also an interrupter.
Whoa.
When people are speaking.
No, I'm the same way. It's like, it's one of those things where I think as long as you're building on a conversation, it's not actually interrupting.
That's what I think as well. But
yeah,
there are some YouTube commenters who beg to differ.
Well, they're wrong. And then go f off and find another podcast.
yeah, that's true.
Unless you want him here, in which case, hey.
Hey, yeah. I mean, look, unless you're a Patreon member, you can go jump.
Yeah. Off a hill.
Off a hill onto a safe landing.
A safe landing. Take care of yourselves.
Protect the
week.
knees.
Protect the knees.
Yeah, you only have two of them.
2 knees, 1 life.
Two
Can't
knees, one
lose.
life. Yeah. How are you?
I'm great. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
We saw each other very briefly where I watched you and Zach Oyama have a conversation about a video that you were showing him in real time of you talking about him, I believe, on this podcast.
Yes, I held my phone up to his face that looks something like this, and I made him watch it.
I love that.
Yeah, and he was a good sport about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zach Oyama is like if I had mental health.
Whoa.
That's
Do you
like,
think?
Yeah.
Zach is one of the funniest people I know on the planet, and you're also one of the funniest people.
my God, thank
I feel
you.
like you're one of my favorite people to follow on Instagram.
I really appreciate that.
It's true.
You have a great, I mean, especially these days, popping off on the phone.
Easy when you're not doing any of the editing or producing, and you just show up for 1 week, and then it's all sort of set for you for the rest of the year.
Of course, we're talking about very important people.
What if we weren't?
Yeah.
It's a podcast that I've been like working on really hard for a while.
Yes.
Nobody's heard of it.
How did the show start?
Okay.
With a sip of water.
With a single sip of water.
Was that crazy that I just asked you that?
No.
Okay.
Honestly, I've been doing a little bit of press for it, and so I feel like had you asked me this 2 weeks ago, I would have gave you some long jumbled answer. Have you done press? You've done press for stuff. A little bit?
A little bit.
It is crazy reading interviews back where you were talking to somebody.
It's heinous. It should not be legal.
No.
It's oh my God. It's horrible.
It doesn't make any sense. Like I was reading, my dad was like, there was an article that came out. My dad was like, what did you mean by this? And I read it back and I'm like, that is dyslexia in a spoken form that is now in a written form. It is not going to make sense to anybody, including me, who was there and said those words.
Yes. It's almost like mean. It's almost like every time I read something back that I said, it's like they wrote it like this. Like it's so bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes they'll do it to like stand up as well. Like I was on a show that there was no reason for it to be written about, but someone wrote about a stand up show that I was on. It wasn't even my show, and they like kind of summed up my set with quotes from the set, which is just hell. It is just hell.
Like of you doing like crowd work or a joke or something like
a,
that.
also like a new joke that I was barely trying that I have since abandoned, but it's just like to see it in print is just like that is, and it was also about my identity. So like it was just really clunky. It was just so clunky on paper.
That's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard to see right now, but that's how you know for sure. Because if you had looked at it written out and were like, maybe if I like, and then you sort of do that thing where like, maybe if I move this over here and this up top and it like fixes itself.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at it on paper and you're like, then you know.
Yeah.
And so maybe it's a gift.
Okay, so now that hindsight is 2020 for
Yeah,
both of us,
for sure.
how would you now say that the show Very Important People came to be?
Right. So this actually is pretty easy because it was, the kernel of it was this old show that College Humor used to do. We both have done stuff over at College Humor back in the day. That was how we met, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were on a show that I think was shelved and never saw the light of day.
Is that true?
I think so.
Is it the news one?
No.
It was a different one?
No.
Okay, I did a different. Yeah, there's no way to know. I did a
way
news
to
show
know.
that I would love to tell you about, but I won't interrupt you.
No, you can. I want to hear about it.
No.
What news show did you do?
It was called
Breaking News?
Yeah.
That show is in its 7th season, I believe.
It's a great show.
Did
Okay,
your
but here
episode
was
never
the
come
problem.
up?
I don't know if it ever came up because I didn't break, and no one on that given day did break.
Whoa.
No one broke.
Well, you know what? Honestly, if you're watching and you've seen Breaking News, let us know if it came out. I would
Let
love
us
to
know.
Let us
But
know if it
what
came
made
out.
me really break so hard was in the hair and makeup chair. So because there's a green screen behind you,
Yeah.
they're like really, really, really vigilant about flyaways, which is a nightmare for me because, honey, I'm flying.
Gorgeous.
Come on,
Stunning.
you can't
Movement.
stop this.
It's
Like,
got
what are we
movement.
doing?
Mine
Whatever. Continuity, don't worry about it.
is a wet dog.
No, you have great hair.
That is kind of you to say.
beautiful
I have a
hair.
lot of very thin hair, so it is absolutely doing its own thing. And
Okay.
in the winter months,
Static?
static.
Static.
Or just completely limp. No, it's clinging to my face. Framing. That's what they call framing, right?
Oh,
When
yeah.
it just sort of like
Yeah,
sticks to your
face
face like
framing.
this. But yeah, so
Yeah, so in the interest of making sure I have zero flyaways, what they
Stop.
chose to do was tie it straight back, not even in a bun, like fully a ponytail, but like my hair just doesn't exactly do that. And what they did was they like grease slick gelled it straight back, tied it into a ponytail, but because my hair is
okay, you're doing it right now and it looks gorgeous.
Wait, but here's the thing that is crazy.
Okay.
My hair can be more coarse than one would think.
Sure.
And when they tied it into a ponytail, the ponytail was a straight line that would not go down.
An exclamation point.
Literally, I looked like a floating like robot exclamation point.
Jared.
And when I saw it, I've known this about my hair. I'm like, I like my hair, but I know my hair is a little bit different. And sometimes you get into like a chair and someone's doing your hair and you're kind of going, hey, like, I don't know how to communicate this to you, but like, it's
You're a
sometimes
professional,
not-
but also like, I'm a professional on my hair.
Yes, I know better than it because when I turned and I saw that my hair without any product was standing straight out, it's like I gave up caring for the first time in my life, and I just laughed so hard from my core
Yeah.
at what my hair was doing.
Good for your soul a little
and
bit.
I said, okay, you deal with it.
You in this moment right now are making me realize that's why they tie my hair back every time I'm on that show.
Yes, yeah.
I didn't know that, and you taught me something today, and I
Yes,
really
also,
appreciate that.
I challenged them to just figure out the green screen.
Green screen.
Stop.
The
Enough.
technology has to be there.
Yes.
We have
What are we
dogs in
doing?
space.
People have hair.
We can figure out the green screen on that. I feel
We
like.
can figure it out.
Yeah, the
Put me in
technology
there.
has to exist, or we should be putting money into that technology.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I agree.
So the Colonel existed for Very Important People.
Yes, on a show called "Hello, My Name Is." That was Josh Rubin.
I don't know
Have
if
you
I
run
do.
into him? Like an old
I've met him
college
6
humor
times.
guy.
He's driven me home. He's like, F you.
He's your neighbor.
You're yeah, I'm like, I don't think so.
Weird. So he's really great. Does a lot of stuff on like Make Some Noise now these days, and is like a really prolific horror director. And then Pat Castles was sort of in my role, doing the interviews, but except it was just the two of them every time. So Josh would always be in the hair and makeup, and Pat would always be interviewing. And those were 5 to 7 minute segments, sort of on like a black screen. But it was like really fun, and it was like a series that people really loved and were very invested in. But there was just a lot of time and distance. They were like, hey, we want to sort of like, refigure this out for our audience and sort of maybe like see what it would be. The original pitch was it was going to be like 5 to 7 minute episodes again, but sort of with like a set built out. And they were going to rotate sort of the Josh Rubin character of it. I said that I have explained this so many times that it's like clean, and I have the beats and I nailed it. And I am like, yeah. I'm doing donuts. I'm doing circles. I'm finding the point. I'm losing the point. But yeah, so it sort of snowballed into what it is. They sort of said we could do whatever we wanted with it, and we really did.
Yeah. It's so funny. It's so great. You're so great in it because you are playing like the straight person, but like you're not exactly a straight person. Like it is, you really do like go with them.
Have you done a lot of improv?
No, I'm so bad at it.
Really?
Can I tell you?
That's kind of shocking to hear.
Can I tell you how bad I would be at that show specifically?
Yeah, I would love to hear.
I would be terrible.
Because you're always on my list.
Well, thank you. I appreciate. Keep me there. Just keep me on the list.
No,
But
you
don't
said no.
ask me to show up.
Okay,
Just keep
great.
me on the list.
You want the ask so that way you can say no.
Yeah.
We can do that for
Yeah.
sure.
No, I'm just like I took every level of improv at UCB because I had the diversity scholarship.
Oh, great.
And it was free, so I just kept taking them. It never stopped feeling like the first day. I was flop sweating every class. I could never figure it out. Granted, like the class system is like kind of
Weird.
Can you even learn? You're like with 7 lunatics.
That you've paid so much money to be there for a lot of people, or you know how much money is being spent for these classes, even if you're not paying necessarily, and it just like feels like there's so much pressure to like get out and get stage time and get as much out of the classes as possible, and I feel like it makes for a bad environment, especially when you're like, I'm competing with everybody in the class for like X amount of spots on a team is the goal. It's tough.
What a different. That's still happening, is it? UCB and Herald Night and all that.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't been around that system since like pre-lockdown.
Yes.
But I would imagine that it's still got to feel similarly.
Right?
Remember
they're doing it on Zoom? That scared me.
Oh,
you could take. Like,
I said, were they like? I wasn't performing in those shows.
Were you really?
Because we were on Herald. Like they asked us to come back for Herald Night for a short amount of time, and so Yeti, my Herald team, former Herald team,
great team. That really does make me feel good
to
hear that again. Oh, Yeti, I remember going to those shows.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
It feels like a blast from the past even saying that, even though I'm performing with them on a regular basis. But referring to ourselves as a Herald team feels crazy.
Say it again.
Huh?
So at that time, I was interrupting.
No, not at all.
And I am a man interrupting, and I'm aware of that. But I was interrupting with laughter, boisterous laughter. So I missed the end of that sentence.
I didn't feel like it was an interruption. And here's my fatal flaw.
Okay.
I talk like I'm falling out of a plane.
Okay.
I have no idea if I have a parachute. I don't know if I packed the right clothes for where I'm going to be landing.
Yeah, you're just going.
So you were like, can you re-say the end of that sentence? No idea.
No, you can't.
It's in the sky.
Okay. It's gone. And some of the listeners got it. Some of them didn't. And we're all here together.
And so we're all here together.
Yeah.
Write in and let me know what I had said previous to this would be awesome, actually.
Yeah. Oh, they'll let you know.
Perfect.
They have notes. They're listening.
No, I don't. I was going to say as a bit, I want notes. And I'm like, I don't want to hear anything from anybody ever.
No. It's me. It's me.
No, you're perfect. And actually, you've never done anything that requires a note ever.
Oh my God.
And if anybody is giving you a note, it's actually a personality flaw on their end.
And I didn't want to say it, so I'm glad you did.
Yeah. I'm happy to say it. I'll say it as many times as you need.
Okay, great.
Give me a call. Call me on air.
Yeah.
I'll be busy, but
you have the confidence of 1,000 SUNs and 10,000 SONs.
SONs.
And I get there.
Yeah.
Should we take our first voicemail?
I would love to.
Right? Let's help someone.
I like that it's a voicemail and not a call.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to talk to people on the phone.
No. Get to it.
Yeah.
We got to screen these.
Okay.
Here we go.
Hi, should I buy a juicer? I feel like I spend a lot of money on juice, and juice is very expensive. Like a single healthy, fresh made juice is like $15 at Moon Juice. And I think a juicer would save money. I could make my own fresh veggies. I would save a lot of money. But I'm worried that if I buy it and it is expensive, that I would use it twice and never again. And then I would have just spent more money on juice that I don't even use and continue to buy juice outside at Moon Juice. Also, where do you keep a juicer? Does it go in the cupboard or the cabinet if they're so big? I don't have any counter space.
This person is
My
going to
roommate
save
might
America.
hate it or might use it too much. What should I do?
These are all great questions.
Yeah.
I mean, he pretty much got them all.
Thought it through thoroughly.
He is thinking this through.
Has a plan. Sort of.
Sort of. Yeah.
He
has a plan to ask us.
And is asking the right questions to build a plan. And I appreciate that.
100%.
Is not somebody that's just going to impulse buy a juicer. Is like, I'm going to take the time to call in and ask.
I'm going to find out if I should do this.
Yeah.
Do you have a juicer? There's no wrong answers.
Blender. Whoa. What was that?
I am like really against blenders.
Why?
I feel like they make too much and then you're stuck with this gloopy glompy in your fridge and you're like pretending you still like the smoothie. Mm-hmm. You're like, maybe I should have put half a banana in there.
Jared, can I say something?
Whoa.
Yeah, put less liquid in.
Yeah.
I feel so strongly that if your big issue, if it's the gloopy glompiness, that's one thing. But if it's quantity,
yeah,
put less liquid in there.
Just put less in.
Yeah.
Is yours a Ninja?
No, I wish.
What do you have?
The Goodwill.
Babe.
I know. I know.
It's an easy bake oven.
It's yeah. You put your veggies in a little container.
Yeah.
And you bake them, and then your juice comes out.
Yeah.
That's what happens with the easy bake ovens that you get at Goodwill.
What are you blending up?
Vegetables. Do a lot of sprouts.
Okay.
Because at the farmer's market, there's a woman there, and she's got the sign where it's like, these broccoli sprouts are the healthiest thing you could possibly ever eat on this planet. It's basically what her sign says. Yeah.
Do you get strings in your mouth? Be honest.
Yeah, a little bit.
Come on, you're getting strings in your mouth.
It's not a juicer. It is a blender. I agree with you.
I think if you're gonna have a blender, it takes a lot of acting. From the user to kind of fill in the blanks and kind of go, I like this. I'm having fun. I'm still hungry. This was lunch. There are not strings in my mouth.
Would a juice constitute as lunch? I guess it depends on what you put into it.
I don't know. No, but a smoothie can.
Right.
That sounds like a terrible lunch.
That sounds like a bad lunch.
That sounds awful.
I'm agreeing with you. On that point, we can agree. Yeah, I put disgusting powder that tastes awful, but I think about it as a salad. You know what I mean? Where it's like a juice is a salad if you put enough green stuff in it and none of the good stuff like fruit.
Okay. Can you actually walk me through so you have sprouts? Like what goes into one thing?
Sprouts, this green powder that I bought at Lazy Acres, and it was $17. Okay. And so I put a scoop of it in every time and it makes it smell like garbage.
That was me throwing up my mouth a little bit.
I love that. Yeah. Thank you for your honesty.
Yeah.
I like direct feedback.
Keep going.
Kale, spinach, lettuce, sometimes carrots.
Wait, you're putting lettuce into a blender?
I will honestly put...
Wait, can you put lettuce into a blender?
Can you put lettuce into a blender?
I mean, you can. Yeah. Okay.
And I do. And then a little bit of whatever fruit. Honestly, I'll use it as like a fridge clean out if I've got stuff that's about to go bad.
Soy sauce?
A little bit of soy sauce. You want a little salty?
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
I feel like I lost you.
Is there like an almond
I feel like
milk
we
and
were
ice
so
locked in
sync, and then you heard this and you're never going to look at me
blender.
the exact same way again.
We're not recording anymore.
I love that.
We're just talking.
Yeah. This is an intervention.
Yeah. Put down the heaviest giant glass thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. And I lied to you. My blender from Goodwill broke, and so we did get a new one.
Oh, okay.
And we just bought it at Target.
All right, great.
I don't know if that makes you feel differently, if that makes you feel better about it.
It feels fine.
How do you feel about food processors?
I like watching Giada De Laurentiis make pesto.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not
gonna mess with it, and I think that's fair, actually.
I was given a juicer during the pandemic. A friend of mine had done like what their caller May is worried about. And that was a sentence that made sense.
Yeah.
They got a juicer, and then they used it twice.
There's going to be a reporter that's going to write down that sentence, and you're going to have to read it over and over again.
Yeah. And I don't even care anymore.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of it.
Man, what if like a big publication all of a sudden was just like, this is the podcast, and this is like the from the article of being like, listen to this podcast. That's the line.
Hopefully that is an unfounded fear, but I do wonder what that would be like because for the most part this has been a very fun experiment, but it's this is for me and a handful of people that I really like.
Yeah.
The idea of anyone going back like on a bigger scale to watch this, I'm like, oh no.
Going back through the catalog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A friend of mine gave me their juicer.
Yes.
And then I used it a lot. I used it too much, actually. I made so much carrot juice, my hands and feet turned orange.
That happened to me when I was a baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, how much? Oh, from baby food?
From eating like pureed carrots.
And you turned orange.
And I turned orange.
Oh, cutie.
I would say not so much. I was a very scary baby. Jet black hair that stuck straight up.
You had black hair?
Yes.
Wait. What?
And I didn't smile until I was maybe 6 months
How
old.
did your hair turn red?
Is my hair red?
Your hair is red.
Is that true? No.
You don't have red hair? Mm-mm. You don't have black hair?
No. Brown. I'm so sorry.
This episode is over. I thought I was getting along with my red-haired friend.
I'm
and now it's
so
like you have brown
sorry.
hair in a blender.
To be fair, when we
You.
met, I did have red hair. I do not have red hair anymore.
Oh, maybe I'm just seeing it.
And so, Jared, this is so tough because I am sitting feet away from you right now.
yeah.
If you were describing me to somebody and then you were making me watch it, did we talk about this on the podcast? Or was this before we were on the podcast where I was talking about how you and Zach were watching a video of you showing him a video? We talked about this on the podcast.
Yeah.
So then this will make sense. If you were showing a video, or if you were on the podcast talking about me to somebody and then showing me a video of it and being like, Vic has red hair, that would make sense. I am sitting 4
right
feet.
here.
4
in
feet
this
away from
very
you.
room. I guess.
4 inches away
Well,
from
you look like maybe you had red hair as a baby. Can I say that?
Yeah. We'll let it
But
slide.
okay, but you do admit that your hair has lightened since you were a child.
Yeah.
That never happened.
Do I look like I have black hair to you?
No.
No.
Wait, but how did that happen? I've never heard that. You see, blonde goes dark,
Sure.
but not
Classic.
dark goes light.
I would argue. No.
Have
It's
you looked
rare.
into this?
No. Do you think I'm sick?
Something.
I'm sick. I'm ill. Something's going on with
You got to
me.
put some more carrots in that blender.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it was something
Wow.
like that.
So you
Do
had
you
jet
think?
black hair,
Yeah.
and now it's
Stuck straight up, and now it's brown.
amazing.
And
Oh
I
my
did-
God, your hair used to be me on Breaking News.
Okay, yeah, straight back. But,
Yeah.
yeah, we would have gotten along really well when you were on Breaking News and I was a baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
We would have had a lot in common.
We really would have. Oh man, representation
Yeah.
in internet videos
Important.
really matters. Yeah.
Okay. Should you buy a blender? Nah.
Juicer.
don't think so. No.
No.
I think if you're spending this much time asking questions about it, you're not going to
Maybe don't do it.
Yeah.
I bought myself a Breville Bambino espresso machine.
Whoa.
They're $300, which is a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money for an espresso machine.
And if you're going to use it all the time.
And here's the thing: I used it. I calculated how many times I'd have to use it for me to break even on
Okay.
like going out and getting coffee, and it was like about every day for 3 months, and then I would break even. And I used it every day for 3 months, and then I never touched it again. So I did break even, and here's the thing: I might touch it again, but I've started drinking instant coffee.
I know you are talking to the right person here.
Yes.
I love instant coffee.
It's having a moment, I think.
Yeah.
What kind are you drinking?
I drink just like the Nestle one.
Nestle.
Yeah, I drink the most disgusting instant coffee in the world, but I like it because you can just mix it into basically any liquid and it'll turn that liquid into coffee.
You're putting it into Sprite.
Lemonade.
Oh my God. I mean, that probably wouldn't taste bad.
Do you not think?
No, that sounds very Italian, right?
Coffee and lemonade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Italians are doing that.
The
for
Italians
sure.
have to be doing
In a
that
tonic
with like
or
a fizzy,
whatever.
fizzy lemonade.
Put it in
They're charging
dessert.
euros for it.
Yeah, you could probably cook and bake with instant coffee, I bet. Make
Yeah.
up a storm with that.
Oh yeah, well I feel like no, I mean that's not true. I've been drinking instant coffee for a long time, but I feel like there was that moment where everybody was into that Greek whipped coffee.
Oh my God, Dalgona in
Yeah.
the pandemic.
Yes, and
Scary
everybody
time.
was
whipping it up. And that was made with instant coffee.
Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of
Yeah.
instant coffee are you drinking?
I just get it online. It's like rainforest something.
Okay, so that sounds like probably like ethical and good. Actually, I'm gonna say that's the one I'm drinking too.
It might be. Yeah, we're both perfect.
Yeah,
We have perfect politics.
and I've never done
in every
anything
single
wrong.
way, top
so
to bottom.
don't ask.
And yeah, it's like called rainforest, and the thing says organic and fair trade.
Yeah.
Who even knows anymore what that means? But a lot of people do.
Yeah. I think there's like regulatory boards. I'd hope. I'd
Yeah.
hope there's regulatory boards.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
like the thing with eggs, where it's like when it's like, oh, free range, but it's like, oh, what does free range mean? And it's like they have to have what, like 4. There's one of them where it's just like they just have to have like a picture of the sun They have to have this basically, and
They
it counts
hang that
as
up
being
over the
free
cage.
range. Yeah.
Yeah, USDA has a bunch of regulations.
Yeah.
So when you see the green USDA on it, then that kind of says something.
You
And
know
if it
it's gone through
doesn't-
something.
Yeah. But honestly, even if it doesn't, I'm like, I take your word for it. If
Yeah.
you cared enough to lie, you still care about me.
Yeah. Whoa.
You know?
That's beautiful.
yeah.
How do you feel? I don't know why this makes me think of this, but it's like, how do you feel about people like talking about you behind your back?
I think about it.
Okay.
And I just remind myself that it's happening.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it depends on what it is. You know what I mean? If it's something that I need to address, of course I want to know about it. But if
Yeah.
it's not, if people just need to blow off steam or whatever,
Yeah.
of course. And I don't want to know about that in that case.
I don't want to know. It's like the amount of social interaction that is that. There's not a chance that it's never me. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Of course it's me.
Especially with your friends that you have fun sort of like gossiping with. It's like that is absolutely the price of that is that it is going to turn on you at some point.
What would you think about hearing it? Like, would you need to be paid to hear it? Would you pay to hear it?
Ooh.
Do you know what I mean?
Because I do feel like there are people that are like, I want to know what everybody's saying about me and would like pay for an app or whatever to like anytime their friends were texting about them to
and then
hear
there's
it.
some people who would have to be paid to listen to it.
That's me. I don't want to know.
But what if it was, okay, let's say they're talking behind your back and it's positive. Do you want to hear that?
Because I think as soon as you start taking stock in that type of like positive gossip, it's going to also like take a lot of heed to the negative stuff. You know what I mean? Like it feels like a bubble to me
Yeah.
where it's like as soon as it's like internet comments, right? It's like as soon
Yeah.
as you start really listening to all the positive stuff, you're going to start listening to the negative stuff too.
Why are you looking at me when you say that?
I'm not.
Stop looking at me.
I couldn't. You're beautiful. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm also noticing
to.
as we speak?
Yeah.
Going back to your coloring, the wall, the blue, is this? And if you tell me your eyes are green, I'm going to lose my mind. Your eyes are blue, and
Okay.
don't fight me on this.
That's fine.
The blue matches your blue eyes,
Wow.
and then the brown actually matches your hair. So I'm realizing I have real life proof. I have like swatches going, Jared, her hair isn't red. Look at the wall behind you.
5 minutes ago swore that my hair was red.
Yeah. And for that, I have to apologize.
And I will accept your apology. Thank you for being
Yes.
the bigger person. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I thought for sure you were going to talk about the fact that my lips are trying to exit my body because of the weather right now.
My
They're
lips are
trying to
getting
crawl
dry.
off my face.
Yes. My lips are getting dry.
What do you
as
do
well.
for that?
Aquaphor. Everything
Okay.
else makes me break out.
So don't buy the juicer. Invest in some Aquaphor.
Aquaphor.
For this season, I
what
would
do you
say.
use?
I have this organic chapstick that I got in a PR bag for something, and it is working not very well.
Okay. I would say it's working fine. I definitely wasn't looking at your lips.
That's really kind of you. I really
Yeah.
appreciate you saying that.
Yeah.
Because I'm just actively
This is me behind
trying-
your back. I'm going, her lips, I think they're fine. I wasn't thinking about them. You just paid $3 on an app to hear me say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Would you do it? Don't.
No, I wouldn't. I literally, because here's the thing. It's like, I'm already doing it at home. I'm sure I know what it is, and I don't need I'm already thinking about it, and I'm hopefully already pivoting and like kind of accounting for it. And not to say that I'm doing it, not that I say that I'm course correcting, but I at least understand like the curriculum.
Sure.
You know?
Checks out.
And I don't need any validation. I have all the validation I need at home.
Are you a confident person? You strike me as a pretty confident person.
You know, I'll tell you this. When you asked me that question, my heart went up into a knot. So that's my answer.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, my heart went into a knot.
That sort of like gave you the answer you were looking for.
I would not say I'm a confident person, but I am a person.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm a confident person. I exist.
Yeah.
I exist in this crazy world.
I have blood running underneath my veins. Mine's underneath my veins, actually.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Innovative.
Yeah. Don't get a juicer. I
Yeah.
say get a juicer. Force
No.
yourself to break even. Your body will thank you. And then as long as
Well,
you
it depends.
break
What are
even,
you
broke
juicing?
even. I was doing so much carrot that I turned orange.
Right. But I'm
I was
saying
doing
like, what
carrot
are
and celery.
you, the royal you juicing? Because it's like, it'll be good for your body. But I'm like, Why don't we
Maybe
juice
not.
it?
He's juicing Kit Kat bars.
And then you have to eat so many.
A lot of juice comes out of those.
You have to
You'd be
juice
surprised.
so many. Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
One Kit Kat bar gives a lot of juice.
They're wet.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Change my tune. Buy it.
Yeah. Okay, we helped a person.
I feel great about that.
Don't you?
It's good for your heart.
Okay, so we're gonna this is a little choose your own adventure, and this
Okay.
is the first time we're doing choose your own adventure.
Whoa.
Okay.
This is a huge day. I'm getting a nod of confirmation. This is huge.
Yes. Speaking of curriculum,
Okay.
we have a lot to get through. We have
Great.
2 more voicemails.
I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna be so quiet the rest of this
No, you're doing
podcast.
great.
I'm gonna
You're
be
doing
so
great.
quiet.
If we don't answer
you
the
can't even
voicemails,
hear.
that's fine.
You're not even gonna hear me say a single word for the rest of this podcast.
I can't even interrupt her. She won't speak.
Yeah. Try and get me to talk.
Yeah. Okay. 2 voicemails, a game, and a little personal segment.
Incredible.
Yeah. What do you want?
Game.
A game. Oh, what, you said game.
Game.
Unanimous.
Game.
Oh, okay.
We all said game.
We
You
all
thought
said
game.
game.
Yeah, we all said game.
Okay, let's play a game.
Yeah, let's
all
do
right,
it.
so it's a game that I invented.
I love this. Game master.
I'm an inventor. It's called Sorry Who.
Okay.
And I invented it because I never know who the hell anyone's talking about ever.
Yeah.
So I devised a little game to find out if my guests know who the hell anyone's talking about ever.
Never
It's
for
a
me.
quiz game. and
I
we're gonna
can't
find
wait.
out.
Perfect. Okay, so I don't know actually. So ignore with that answer that I just gave.
Okay, I'm going to describe.
Is there anything? Is it like Jeopardy? Do I have to say like sorry who?
Yes, you do say
Bernadette
sorry who
Peters.
if you don't know who the
Oh,
person
so if I
is.
don't know who it is, I say sorry who. But if I
Yeah.
can guess it, then I just say their name.
And again, if you would simply let me explain the game.
And I will.
All these questions would have been answered.
And I'm so quiet.
Wow. Okay. Okay, see, sometimes I get interrupted too, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my public apology.
Maybe I'm just lashing out against all the times I'm interrupted.
Yeah.
Did you ever think about that?
Trigger response.
2 people that I'm really thinking about way too much.
Name them.
I couldn't.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like numbers and dots and lines, usernames.
Okay. So you know who you are.
It's at Britney Spears.
Whoa.
Crazy. She's really on me.
Honestly, that's pretty exciting.
I know, that'd be cool. Neil Patrick Harris liked one of the reels.
No way.
Yeah, pretty cool, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe when you're in LA.
Also, Anthony from Queer Eye.
Really?
That felt good.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah.
Okay, you were like, oh, it's just for me and my group. No, this is
Well,
like
that's my group.
this is in the zeitgeist.
It's me, Anthony, and PH.
And MPH.
Imagine.
Pre How I Met Your Mother.
Oh my God.
He's time traveling.
Anthony, you mean?
Anthony.
yeah.
He hasn't watched it yet.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to name like 10 to 12, describe 10 to 12 people, notable people. You
Okay.
will tell me who they are. If you
Perfect.
can't, you'll say sorry who. And for everyone that you get wrong, there are no consequences. This is a merciful game.
I love that.
And also keep in mind that I did not know almost any of these
You had to look them up?
myself. Yeah, yeah, when I made it up.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. This is Sorry Who with Vic Michaelis. Won Best Actress for Monsters Ball.
Charlize Theron.
Wrong. That was Monster.
Right, of course. And then was it Halle Berry?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't get anything for that.
That's fine.
But you also don't get anything for getting them right either.
Yeah.
So,
I feel good about that.
okay.
It's sort of in here.
Yes.
And I'm
Stop.
and I went
Okay. The second president of the United States of America.
second.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I know. Sick, right?
John Adams.
Yes. You got it.
This is me going into a fugue state answering these.
And honestly, stay there.
Okay.
Stay there. Author of The Old Man and the Sea. This is f***ed up. This game is mean.
This question is
No,
f***ed
I
up.
don't mean it mean because here's the thing. I didn't know these. I didn't know these. So
Is it like Gabriel
still
Garcia
me.
Marquez or whatever his name is?
I love that innovation. But no,
Okay.
it is not. Isn't
Who
that
is
like a
it?
I would say that's a director. No.
Maybe. There's a book that I'm thinking of that we had to read, which like is about like a man who dies.
Mm-hmm.
And
Harry
it's sort of
Potter.
like it starts with his death and then it goes back. Yeah, it's Harry Potter.
Yeah. No, it was Ernest Hemingway.
Oh, that was my second guess.
Yes, he was a person. Okay, the creator of The Sopranos.
Sorry, who?
It's David Chase. Isn't that interesting? No one talks about David Chase.
No.
But everyone talks about The Sopranos all the time
Love
forever.
his bank.
He's the guy who made it.
Yeah.
It really makes you wonder.
Wonder what?
Is it worth making anything if no one knows your
Gives
name?
you credit for it.
Yeah.
Oh, what is the value of art?
Crazy.
So
to John
would you
Adams.
want people to watch this podcast and be like, oh, I like that podcast with that guy who's like really funny?
Honestly, yeah.
Okay, so maybe that's
That
your
does sound
answer.
really relaxing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just that perfect amount of like
Anonymity.
acceptance and anonymity and
Yeah.
notoriety.
I love that.
Oh, that sounds good. Okay. The host of Deal or No Deal.
Is Steve Harvey hosting?
Wrong. It is Howie Mandel,
Ah.
but that might come back later.
Yeah.
Played Ray Charles in Ray.
A movie I have not seen. Okay, biopic.
About a man who cannot see.
Huge. It's a biopic
It's a biopic.
from early aughts. Okay.
You're so right there. You know it.
Would it have been Denzel Washington?
It's not. It is Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Played Griselda Blanco in Griselda.
That's Sofia Vergara.
You got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Director of Blade Runner.
Dennis. Which one?
You're just
Because
making up
there's
like beauty
the
pageant
new
names.
Dallas.
Tiffany Amber Dallas.
Tiffany Amber Dallas. But it's beautiful because Dallas Villeneuve. Dallas Villeneuve. No,
That's kind of right.
Villeneuve
Oh.
directed the new one.
Oh, okay.
And I do know that.
All right, then that counts. That's correct.
Huge. But what was the answer you
What
had?
I
Sorry,
wrote
what
down
for the
was
first one?
Ridley Scott.
Huge director.
Yeah. yeah.
Doing great things on the indie scene.
Yeah, really paving out the way.
Yeah,
Directors to watch.
for sure.
Yeah.
Directors to watch in the movie theater.
yeah. Okay, author of Pride and Prejudice.
Mm-hmm.
Big sip. Take a big
For
sip.
sure, for sure. Author of Pride and Prejudice, my book.
And that's your book.
Yeah, that's my book. There was a lot of controversy.
Yeah.
I-
And then you are from Canada. And that's a lot. That's really coming through
And
here.
it's confusing. Okay, I know this is wrong. So I want to preface this with I know that this is incorrect.
Okay.
Jane Eyre is the only thing that's coming to mind.
It's Jane Austen. But also, can I just
Jane
say
Austen,
this?
did you write Jane Eyre? Is that another book?
Here's the thing. If you put a gun inside of my mouth and say, who
Swallow
is Jane
this.
Eyre? I would say, I don't really. Jane Eyre, is she the one who, like, it's fictional and she fought and she won? Is that Jane Eyre?
I think Jane Eyre is a ghost book.
Jane, is she the one who, like, fought the war and won and it's like medieval times, Jane Eyre?
Yeah.
Who is Jane Eyre?
Who is Jane Eyre?
Jane Eyre, E-Y-R-E.
Researchers are
On
on
this.
right now. We will report just the facts as they come in.
America's top minds are frantically doing peer-reviewed research right now.
More as this story unfolds. And
Yeah.
the story is, who is
Is
Jane,
Jane Eyre.
Eyre?
What did you say?
I said she fought and she won.
And
it was the medieval times.
And I said she's a
Ghost book.
she's a ghost, and I think there was a movie starring Haley
Okay, now you've lost me.
Seafred.
Both right.
Whoa.
Is that true?
It's a novel by the English writer Charlotte Bronte. It was published under her pen name, Currer Bell. Jane Eyre is a Bildungsroman that follows the experiences of its... I just can't read any of these words.
No, that's
yeah,
okay.
that's okay.
huge.
Sometimes finding out the answer gets you farther from the truth.
Because all I heard was you were right, but also both of us were right.
Yeah.
And I feel so good about that.
I feel good about that. We
Yeah.
can move on. We can move on. Okay, we have 3 left. The host of Family
Host of Family Feud is Steve Harvey.
That is correct. Director
Because
of
Jaquise Neal runs a comedian Family Feud
Yes.
that is the most fun show in Los Angeles.
It's really fun, and I will say I did the show, and I felt that I did not contribute to my team, and I
No.
feel that I really I went home and I thought, wow, I gotta shape up.
Did you have a positive attitude?
No,
Okay.
really negative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Then I believe you.
Okay, and thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Director of The Godfather.
That was made in the 70s, right?
That sounds
Okay,
right.
70s, 60s, 60s, 72.
72.
Okay. I want to say same guy that did Megalopolis, right?
Yes. Is that true? Yes, that's true.
Right. Same guy that did Megalopolis. I know his daughter's name is Sofia Coppola.
Okay. You're right there.
I want to say Andrea Andrew Lloyd Coppola. So I'm going with
That is incorrect. It is Francis Ford Coppola. What a name, huh?
yeah, that's a great name.
Meanwhile, Jared Goldstein.
No, that's also a fantastic
Really?
name. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's attached to you, so it's beautiful.
So it's beautiful. That's what makes me beautiful. And then lastly, the hosts of Love is Blind.
That would be the Lachey's.
Yeah.
That is Nick and not Jessica, though I did love that show.
That was a great show.
Nick and Vanessa.
You got it.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Oh, man.
That was Sorry Who with Vic Michaelis.
I loved that.
We did it.
That was a great game.
How fun was the Newlyweds?
So fun.
They were so hot.
Were you a reality TV fan in those days?
The Osbournes,
Oh, man, such a good show.
The Real World.
Yeah.
Oh, The Real World.
I did a lot of, like, at the time, American Ninja Warrior. Is that considered a reality show? Would you say?
Reality competition.
Yeah.
Right?
I like reality competition, but yeah, like classic
Yeah,
reality
I did
shows, a lot of
watch-
Survivor,
A fair amount of that. Do you remember the first couple seasons of Survivor?
where they literally were just sort of like thrown in to
Literally.
survive.
Do you remember when that guy passed out in the smoke into the fire and he burned his hands?
Yeah.
Really crazy stuff.
Crazy.
Is that still happening? I don't think
Survivor?
that's happening anymore in Survivor.
It's much more of like game social
yeah.
than it is like survive, because they're all in the same place now, so they get to build out these crazy
Yes.
things. I don't watch a ton anymore. Or would you do Survivor? Like what?
Oh,
would,
they never move the island?
they're always in Fiji now.
Oh.
You don't like that?
Not as much. No,
Yeah.
because that was the whole thing. They would go to different, and every season, like the colors would change.
Yeah.
And like, I'm sure the racially really sensitive, like graphics would change, with each new like location.
Exactly. What would have to happen for? Would you ever compete on a reality show?
Yes.
Which one?
My first thing is like British Bake Off. I would go home instantly. But I would love that. I would love to be the first voted off of a show, because I'm like, it's a lot of time. I want to get back home to my creams and stuff. Like, I don't need to be in that
Yes.
hotel. Like,
Well, they go home on the weekend, don't they?
they do.
Or they're there on the weekend and they go home during
I
the
just
week.
feel like if I'm going to be on it, it's going to be that one weird season where they're like, actually, we're going to shoot it in 4 days and you're not leaving and you're going to be really upset.
Yeah.
And
It's going to be a pressure cooker. We're going to bring in producers who are going to like make you hate your friends.
lunch is going to be bad.
For on a baking show too. Each contestant has to bake lunch for the rest of the cast.
Oh my God. The cameras never stop.
The cameras never stop. And then
Yeah.
it's people talking about like the food that got baked for lunch. It's all pies. You eat pies for 4 days straight.
I am a really picky eater, but I am really easily impressed.
Whoa. I think I'm the same. No, I'm not very picky, but I am deathly allergic to shellfish.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, I scrapped 6 segments we had.
Yeah. It's just a hard cut. New guest. Also with red hair.
I pull over and you're gone. Yeah.
I love that.
Amazing.
Yeah, take me out.
Yeah, it's enough. You're good.
It's been a week.
Yes. Okay, let's take another voicemail. But we have a segment I'm like just dying to get to, but let's do another voicemail.
We'll answer so economically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's keep this one tight.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We're going to have strong opinions.
Our
strong,
headphones
short
are
opinions.
already on. We're
Yeah.
ready to go.
We're ready to
Blast
go.
it.
Okay, so I have a friend who I always invite to all of my dinner parties, but she never brings anything. And it's just complicated because everybody knows each other, and if I stop inviting her, she's gonna know. But I also am pissed off that she doesn't bring anything, and I don't want to tell her straight up to bring anything because it just feels inherent to being invited to a dinner party.
Speaking of not wanting versus wanting to know what people say about you,
Sure.
I am a person who almost never brings anything to the party.
I think that I think that this is an easy solution where you task somebody with something. Because
Yeah.
if you're not going to bring something, but if somebody was like, hey, Jared, can you bring like 2 bags of chips?
Yeah.
Would you do it?
100% I would if I was asked directly.
Yeah. I think that this is a friend that maybe needs a job. I think if this is your friend, you need direct communication, because this sounds like something that if it is not already, is going to be a crack in something bigger. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. There's something bubbling.
This is going to fester.
This is not about the dinner party.
If you're not feeling like you can talk to your friend about this, I'd say maybe let's investigate that a little deeper.
Something's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't often bring things to parties, and I feel like whenever I do, I'm like expecting this fanfare. So I like hold the thing for way too long. Like I won't put it down until.
Do you remember the last time you brought
credit.
something?
Yes.
Like an example of this?
Okay, the last time I really have to think back.
Okay.
The last time I brought something.
You can make it up also. I won't tell anybody.
No, but I want to think about it though. And also through the magic of podcasting, we can cut out all of my
I love that. I feel like I put you on the
efforted
spot
thinking.
now, and
No,
I apologize.
But I'm also going to put us both on the spot again later. So
I can't wait.
I'm getting a taste of my own medicine.
A real Chekhov's gun
and it
in
is
this
bitter.
segment that's coming up. I can't wait.
Yeah. It's shellfish, babe.
I love that you are like, when you bring something to the party, you want people to notice. And that's this segment for this podcast.
Yeah.
I think, where you're just like, look at this segment I got. And I'm
Look
like,
at the segment.
I can't wait.
You're like, okay, I see it. We see the segment. Thank you. Great segment. Oh my God.
No, I can't wait. I'm really excited.
Okay, sick. The last thing I brought to a party, I literally don't even have it. Oh, I know. There it is. Okay. Sorry, that was crazy.
No, what a time to be alive. I
Yeah.
love that.
Okay, it was a type of party. It was a birthday party.
Okay.
It was a birthday party, and I went to the Oaks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
For your birthday?
For my birthday. No, it was someone else's birthday. I was going. I stopped. You're drunk. Oh my God. What's in that mug?
I thought it's nothing. It's vodka. It's just
Yeah.
vodka. I thought for some reason you were like, I had my birthday party at the Oaks.
At the Oaks. A
The-
gourmet.
The Oaks is like a
supermarket.
Yeah, it's like but not even. It's more
No.
of a closet, a gourmet
Yeah.
a closet with
gourmet
food.
Yeah. It's like a goop pantry.
Yeah.
Style
I
building.
love that description.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I stopped there on the way to the birthday party, and I was like, you know what I'm gonna do, which I think is actually really fun. I'm gonna give myself a budget of $30, and I'm gonna see what I can get and a lot of at the Oaks.
How fun.
It was really fun, and I ended up buying a lot of like different kind of bizarre flavored chips.
Huh.
I bought caviar flavored chips.
Ooh.
All this stuff like you would just never buy. You're just like walking by. You're like, what is all this? I was like, today's the day.
It's a party game.
$30, and I used it as an excuse for me to try some stuff I was curious about, and
I love
to
that.
embolden me to purchase some things.
Yeah.
So I would implore your friend who isn't carrying their weight to reframe it. I love to find selfish ways to be selfless. You know,
Yeah.
self-serving ways of giving,
Yes, definitely.
finding ways to take while giving.
Well, I just think in general, anytime you do something nice at the end of the day, you're like, oh, that felt good. And so any way to
Yeah.
get into it, I think like, why not? Because that's what a great idea.
Isn't
and then
that
you're Also,
good?
you're growing as a person in
I-
more ways than one.
And she has a beautiful singing voice.
Okay, stop. Flannery will get you everywhere.
Oh my! Sometimes I accidentally truly help millions with this podcast. It wasn't
Yeah.
my intention, but sometimes it happens, and it just did.
Yeah.
When you go to a party, pick a grocery store that you are really like.
You're also helping
"Where
small
is this going?"
businesses.
Yes. Oh my God! The makers of caviar chips,
Are
they're hurting.
just crying right now
Yeah.
watching this. They're
No one's
saved.
buying 'em.
They're about to lay somebody off, and they're like,
Yes.
"Get out of the office, get back on the floor."
Exactly.
They're kind of mean to the people that work there, but
Yeah. What can you do?
yeah, what can you do? Can't save everyone.
No. I'm in and out of the building. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm on my birthday party. I didn't see it.
Yeah,
So that's my advice.
I love that. I think that's
Yeah.
fantastic advice.
Your advice: assign, delegate.
Yeah,
And
I
mine
think
is-
if it's a friend where, or again, just like have a conversation with your friend. Be like, hey, it's starting to bother me that you're not bringing stuff to the party. Do you mind bringing something next time? I'm putting all this effort in.
Yeah.
Because it depends on how close of a friend. But if you're feeling the need to invite them to this party, like
Yes.
say something.
Yeah, I think it's all about the tone, because you can say a lot, and if you say it nicely and calmly,
With a smile.
people kind of like, yeah. Hey, you're starting to really piss me off.
Oh, can you bring something to
Can
my
you
party?
do anything at all?
I sort of feel like you're a bad person.
Yeah. Big smile. Teeth.
Sorry.
Let me see the
Sorry.
teeth. Yeah, I feel like people, they often give advice about like having kind of a difficult conversation.
Yeah.
And they'll always say, just tell them, look. And then they go into it. I go, no one has ever said look to me. No one's out there going, look. If someone
Ever?
says look to me, I'm scared.
Oh, sure.
Do you know what I mean? When was the
Yeah.
last time somebody said, look?
Because
you're
if they're starting there, that is the end of a conversation that they've already had 2/3 of in their head. And that's hard.
So when people tell me that, I go, I dare you to do that. I don't think you've ever said that to anybody. Telling me to say look at someone?
I
What are you, crazy?
love that.
I don't know.
I think that that's really solid advice on both ends.
Yeah. Live in fear. Don't tell people how you feel.
Don't trust your neighbors. Also, do some good in your community.
1,000,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're doing some good across the country. I saw that in your stories the other day.
Maybe.
You posted feet pics.
Yeah. I'm really healing people. Is it sad that I'm like, I do think the state of our country is like, it's going to be like one of these billionaires wanting to be in a relationship or have sex with like a 24-year-old and then be like, hey, I really think you should be voting to lower, like to save rent control.
Yeah.
Like, I think that should be your thing. And then I'll like you.
Wait, I lost the thread there.
I think that it's going to be on like a 24-year-old.
Oh, that
Kimberly
they're
to be
having
like,
sex
hey,
with.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I'll fall in love with you if you decide to make your cause rent control.
At the very least, that is a movie.
Yeah.
You know, it's like The Dare. It's like, and then they find out like, wait, you didn't actually like me, but that's the billionaire going, you didn't like me, and then she's going, well, no, I mean the idea I was supposed to trick you into
And then we fell in love
healing
and blah, blah, blah.
poverty, but then we fell in love. I'm sorry.
And it's also just like a reverse, and then she lets him kill all the fish in the ocean.
yeah.
Like, okay, I guess.
Get them.
Yeah, I love that.
But you would love that, shellfish allergic.
Yeah,
What do you care?
that's the platform I'm constantly running on.
Yeah.
Get the shellfish out of here.
Get them out. Do you watch animal attack videos?
No, should I start?
Nope.
Okay,
I'm watching them and they're crazy.
like scary.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's animals attacking other animals. It's like animals attacking people.
Right.
And it's really f***ing crazy. I've
Whoa.
watched, oh my God, the things I'm watching. It's so crazy.
I am worried about you.
The algorithm, you just watch one thing. You know what I
Right.
mean? You just let yourself go there once and then that's
So
your
you
new
you did
personality
Google
for-
search it once. So you were Googling it to find the first video, and then
Here's
it
how
sort of
started.
fed it from you.
I watch cat videos. I like to watch cats being
Sure.
silly and cute. And then you watch a cat be kind of crazy. And then you watch like a raccoon be kind of crazy. Mm-hmm. And next thing you know, you're watching like a bobcat biting into a warthog. And then you hear the warthog scream and you see the warthog pee. And
Wait,
it's really scary.
hold on. Bobcats and warthogs are hanging out in the same area?
I'm getting my animals mixed up.
No, I love that.
Yeah.
I'm going to start telling people that.
Yeah.
This is where I get my news, this podcast.
Well, the bobcat was on vacation
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, if you're on vacation,
in the Serengeti.
what do you do? Not try a warthog?
Come on, do as the Romans do.
Yeah. They're in Italy.
Yeah. Yeah. I lost how we got there to animal attack videos.
Animal attack videos. We were talking about doing good in your stories, feet pics. 22-year-olds are going to save the world.
Let's get to the game. Let's get to
I would
it's not a
love
game,
that
but it's a segment.
segment.
And again, I do love to say the word segment. And here we are for a segment.
And here we are for the segment.
Okay, what advice are you giving yourself this week? I can go first. if you-
Please.
Okay. The advice that I'm giving myself this week is to pretend I'm an optimist.
Yeah.
Just pretend. When it's time, you'll know, and just lie to yourself and just pretend and just lighten up. Pretend you're an easygoing person for like the 90 minutes you need to pretend you're an easygoing person.
I love that advice.
Do you?
Yes.
I think it's pretty good.
Well, it's like that same idea of like showing up like you have the job already when you're like going for a
Oh,
job.
it's not an audition, it's the rehearsal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it's like mapping that onto like
Same exact. I just bring
life.
tea.
Yeah.
I have a big tea with
You
me.
have sides right behind you.
Yeah.
You keep referring to them, but I guess you're gonna cut that part out. You keep saying, we're gonna cut this out. We're gonna cut this out.
Green screen.
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. This is
Yeah.
all green screen. I think that's maybe something that the people at home don't know.
Yeah.
It's
This
an entire
is green and that is red.
and this is red.
Yeah. We got it.
You can fix it in post, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
100%.
That is wonderful advice. I
I
really
meant
do
to
love
give
that.
you a heads up about this.
No, that's okay.
So I apologize.
No, I like this. I think my advice this week is like pick something. I think that like especially when bad and scary things happen, it's really easy to go like, well, I can't do anything because there's so much bad happening. And it's a lot easier to go like, oh, well, here's like one thing I can do and work on and focus on. And I think this is maybe what you're talking about earlier. So like just this week, I was like, everything is so bad that I was just like, oh, I'm just going to start shouting out like trans organizations and LGBTQ organizations in like different states. And a lot of people were writing in, and it was like, I don't know, like a task that people could work on. And also is like making me feel better to be like, okay, like at least we know like where resources are, and everybody's like talking about like starting these big organizing things and movements and things like that. And I'm like, and there's people already doing work in those areas, and like we can go and see what they need and go and support them. And that has made me feel better this week.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Any way you can do it.
We're trucking. We're trucking.
Yeah.
Trucking through.
I gave a homeless guy $5 yesterday.
Congratulations.
You know, I'm a hero.
Yeah.
I'm one of the good ones.
I've been saying that.
Yeah. Thank you.
I saw this outfit and I said, okay, you are one of the good ones.
Yeah, I'm going to space
Yeah.
because I'm one of the good ones.
Yeah. Get out of here.
Yeah, get out of here and go. Okay, let's take our final call.
Okay.
I think we can feel that it's time for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, roll it.
Hey, Jared. First time, long time. I am calling because I need advice on hangovers. My hangovers are just getting worse and worse and worse, and I'm getting older. It sucks. And I've just been, for the past, however many years, I've just been doing the thing of I just don't stop drinking. But obviously not the best move. So if there is a better cure for hangovers than just chronic alcoholism, please let me know. Thanks.
I do want to start by saying alcohol is delicious and fun, and don't be too hard on yourself about it.
I don't drink, so
Beautiful.
yeah. I've never really been a drinker, so I feel like I won't have amazing advice for this theoretically
Yeah.
on stuff like hangover cures specifically.
Yeah.
So
And the
I'd
last
love
time
to-
I saw you, you were knitting. So this does make sense to me. I don't doubt
I
this
wasn't
for a
knitting. I was
second.
holding knitting needles.
Okay.
And I was sort of moving them back and forth, and
then-
I was making a scarf.
Well, when I asked you what you were knitting, what you told me was you were going to knit them together and then unknit them. So the answer was nothing.
Nothing.
So really just nonstop kind of surprises, twists and turns.
Yeah. Sort of a public art piece I'm working on.
Yeah.
Engaging people in conversation.
Yeah.
And then you going, hey, actually, I have a podcast. Would you want to be on my podcast later? And me
Yeah.
going, yeah, absolutely.
You're exactly the kind of freak that I want to record.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sort of like knitting based art, but not in the way you're thinking.
Do you ever see those ASMR knitting like ads? It is an ad, which is annoying.
An ad?
Yeah, like they do these things now where it's like it comes in like a little like plastic, like it comes like in a little. It's like a gift, and it's like it's almost like Blue Apron. I'm like, do you know items and sharing?
And they're gifts, and they come and
Yeah.
but they're packaged, and it's you build them. Blue Apron, but for like crafts.
Yes, literally. You said it. Thank you so much.
Well, you said
Take
it.
my hand. Thank
you
so
said
much
it,
for
and then I
saying
just
it.
repeated it.
Woo! That took a lot out.
That
of
was
me.
you.
It's Blue Apron, but for crafting, and it's for knitting. So they send you everything you need to make like a pumpkin. Squeeze them.
Scam.
It might be, and it is very annoying. Like it's all like it's.
Do you subscribe to this?
No,
Okay.
I don't like when like an ASMR thing like is really like knows it's ASMR
Yeah.
and like leaning into like when someone. I love food and I love eating food. I love
Same.
looking at food, but when someone slowly opens a sandwich or a cookie, I'm like, this is disgusting and I hate you. Stop doing that. Like just be normal. Like,
Yeah.
just be normal. Like, you going like this is just so perverted to me. Like, oh, like we're all going like, oh yeah, you're giving me that thing. I know. Like, I'm like, don't. You're so impressed with yourself. Like,
Yeah.
just show me the cookie. You don't open it slowly and like.
Food reviews, I love. Yeah, that type of thing where we're getting those glamour shots of. I totally agree. It's not for me. But a food review like video, that's my entire algorithm.
Yes.
That's my animal eating other animal videos.
yeah.
Is people eating, I guess, animals in a lot of instances.
Yeah.
Just beautiful looking.
Oh God, they're horrifying looking. But there's like this like gift like knitting thing, and then they kind of crunch it, like the outside of the plastic, and then they open and they tear it open and they pull it out, and then they show you them squishing the final part, and it's very like, but it is.
Yeah, what
I
is
don't
this
know.
for? Who is this for?
Yeah, but I do get it though, and I'm going, I'll take one.
We're talking about it right now.
You know, we're talking about here we are.
Yeah.
I guess they win.
Yeah. So I did start saying, do you have one of these? And you said no. And that's because it is in transit to your.
I'm
Take
really
your
gonna-
time.
I'm burping. I'm yawning.
Take your time.
I need a nap.
Yeah.
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 It's about that time.
It's about that time.
We're getting close.
4:30? What time is it?
It's 2:00.
9:25 p.m.?
Yeah, it's 2:04.
Daylight savings kicks my ass every single year for a week.
God, yeah. Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah. It is actually 3:00 right now. Classic nap time.
That's why I'm going to bed so early. I'm not
Yeah.
actually going to bed that early.
You're going to
That's why
bed
I'm waking up
normal.
so early. I'm not actually going to waking up that early.
Do you like waking up early?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Feels good.
Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it feels good.
Sure.
I don't know, there's no way around that for me.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes I'm really productive at night and I have, like an atypical work schedule and all those things.
Well, because you're performing a lot at night too.
Yes.
Where you're drinking delicious alcoholic drinks
for the caller
For
who
the
we
caller.
have not forgotten about.
we would literally die before we forgot about.
Yeah.
Bagels. Maybe a bagel.
Oh, have a bagel. Oh, okay. This is your
This is my advice.
hangover
Bagel?
cure. Have a bagel. Okay. Yes. I mean, here's the thing. The best way to avoid a hangover is to not overdrink.
Yeah.
But the problem with not overdrinking is the person who is going to keep you from overdrinking is drunk.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
So the person that was coming in being like, hey, 2 drinks tonight. We have a yoga class in the morning.
that
We're
person's
hanging
long
out is gone.
They're gone.
Yeah.
The person who's going to tell you not to have maybe a fourth or a third, even a third drink that's not here anymore.
Because I guess that really is it. Is they're either drunk or they have left so that way they can make the morning obligation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's
just have
hard.
to find a way to in your bones, go to sleep.
Take a nap. Take a nap here.
Just right now.
Yeah.
It'll be quick. Do
Yeah.
you mind?
No, do
Can
it.
you do the Patreon for me while I
Of
nap?
course.
Just talk for 10
Hey
minutes.
guys.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey, they're called the Jaredniks. I call them that. No one is asked to be called that.
They're actively asking not to be
Yeah,
called
they're
that
going,
in the
hey,
Patreon.
Hey, can we talk to you?
Hey, can we, anything else?
Yeah.
I love that.
It's either that or the Selenators, and Selenators is taken.
By who?
Selena Gomez.
Of course. Is that how it's pronounced?
I think there's no only way you could. How else would you say it?
Selenators? That sounds wrong.
I don't know. I just see it and I go Selenators.
Selenators. I think, what is it a play on? Is it a play on
I
something?
don't know. I've thought about this for months.
'Cause
I
it's
can't
like-
come up with anything.
I'm trying to think of like what the
Aiders.
root
Like what is aiders? Like
Yeah.
gators. Like
gators
aiders. Like it
like
makes you think of a
raiders
robot.
is
Like,
what I'm thinking of.
I think of a robot. Aiders.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Some sort of like
Beep, boop,
robo.
beep,
Yeah.
Oh, Mater, the truck.
Oh, is that a truck?
Yeah, from Cars. Are you not familiar with Mater?
Here's the thing. I have not seen Cars, but I love the aesthetic.
It's fine. It is the scariest, I think, most impactful franchise of our time.
How so?
Well, there's also Planes, and they introduced Plane World War II. They're like, this is Cars, but in a plane universe, or this is like
During
a Planes
World
movie,
War
but in a
II?
Cars universe. They explore World War II. There's like friendly fire. There's murder. We watch planes die, and they're like, this is canon in the Cars universe.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Planes die in planes?
Yeah. There's a whole scene where a bunch of planes fall into the ocean in a fiery crash.
Is there a planes too?
Yes, Planes, Fire, and Rescue.
No, really?
Yeah.
Stop it. Wow, this is okay. It's
Look into it. It's terrifying.
drama.
Yeah.
And action.
It's my favorite
in
movie.
the child space. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I saw it in theaters in
Fire and
2013.
Rescue.
Yeah.
You did?
It's a bit. Really had an impact on me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The last movie that I saw as a bit was Maybe Not You. The one with the girl and the guy.
Oh, yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, the rom-com with the
Maybe
girl and
not
the guy.
you.
Maybe Like You. Never
Maybe.
You, maybe.
Don't even think about it.
It's yeah. It was what's her name?
Takes Two to Tango.
Her name. She's so pretty. She's from Euphoria.
Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, and Glenn Powell.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
see
yeah.
that
what
one.
was it called? Something like that.
Two-
Maybe I Hate You.
You and Me.
Something like that.
Me looking at you.
I saw that as a bit, and it
Looking
was
at you. Looking at me.
Really wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is crazy to see what other people laugh at a movie theater.
Oh, interesting. Did
you
you
feel
watch it
that?
in a movie theater in LA?
Oh yeah,
Were people laughing?
they were.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, and at different times at different things, and it always is interesting to go, huh, that got you. Interesting.
I like going to see movies I'm excited about. Not in LA, like
Yeah.
especially like holiday movies. Like when I'm at my folks' place in Orlando,
Uh-huh.
like that is where I like to go see movies because I feel like you're very much like with people that are there to enjoy a movie rather than be like, what part am I playing?
Exactly.
Who would I be?
This is the part I auditioned for.
Yeah,
No big deal.
yeah,
Damn. Must be nice.
yeah.
Let's go to Orlando.
I think that's a great idea. And in
Yeah.
Orlando, it's sort of like the entertainment capital of the world. And if you feel like going out with the nightlife, you can enjoy a couple of drinks,
Mickey.
drinks,
Yeah.
Mickey themed cocktails.
Okay, but for the Hangover guy, this problem is going to solve itself. It sounds like you're halfway there. You're getting older. The hangover is getting worse. You will have a breakthrough moment where you don't do it and you go, this really is better. And guess what? Once in a while, you're going to be out with your boys and you're going to overdo it. But good. You have one life to live. Do it. If you're hungover, you know, my sweet mother, whenever I used to be hungover all the time, and I would call her and I would talk to her, she would always say like, "Oh, good. Did you have fun? Did you have fun? Oh, good." And she really meant it.
That's really sweet.
It's because I had no friends as a kid, and she thought I never would have friends ever.
Oh, same.
So I think she was just like,
That's why we get
relieved.
along, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't have any friends.
None. Until high school, I met somebody that I got along super well with.
Okay.
And then I moved up to Canada when I was 15, and then that was a time when all of a sudden I for the first time had like a group of friends.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And it was the cast of Degrassi.
It was a cast of Degrassi. Yeah.
Yeah. Did I say it wrong?
No,
Okay.
you said it perfect. No, you're perfect,
yeah.
and don't
And so
ever
is
let
my
anybody
mom.
tell you. And your mom is an angel.
Sweetie.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. If you're hungover, you had a nice time. Don't be too hard on yourself, but also chill out. You're getting old. Literally have 2 drinks. You can have 2 drinks and not be hungover. And you truly, genuinely never need a 3rd or 4th drink. You just don't need it unless you're in Vegas.
Okay, huge.
Yes. Do you like Vegas? No.
I did Taekwondo for a long time, and so I have been to Vegas for
Insane.
competitions a couple of times.
Just we're gonna cut
That's
that.
really
That was the
it. Yeah, if we can cut
craziest-
that, that'd be
Why
great.
did you say that?
I don't know. Sorry about that.
Wait, you did Taekwondo
felt
in Vegas?
weird
That
coming
is
out of my
amazing.
mouth. But it was one of those things where it was like, I feel like I've been to so many cool places that I've never seen daytime in, because you spend all day in a convention center.
Yes.
That was like when we were in Detroit, we got to fight on the field. This is how broke the Lions were, was we got to play on the Detroit Lions football field. They just set up the rings. Like you would walk on the turf to get to your ring.
And then there's all these empty seats.
Yes.
Wow.
It was crazy.
And then you're doing Taekwondo.
USA Taekwondo was able to rent out Lion Stadium.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Do you still have it in you, the Taekwondo? And do you ever still do it?
Oh, sort of. It is genuinely one of those things where much like, okay, this is how I can relate to this person maybe, is I used to fight very competitively, and then I tried getting back into it when I moved here to like meet people and get to know folks, and it went so badly.
You're like,
I was
I'm trying to make
constantly,
friends by kicking their ass.
yeah.
And it's not working.
Well, I was constantly getting my ass kicked by like 14-year-olds.
Oh my God.
It was awful. And it was just one of those things where I was like, why can't I keep up, was like my big thought. And I was just like, I'm going to get better. And then I just got to a point where I'm like, get better for what?
Yeah.
I can't break my nose again. Like, what am I doing?
Wow. Good for you.
Thank you.
I took 1 karate class as a kid.
And?
I was asked never to return.
Okay. You were asked to never return?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I kept laughing.
Okay.
I would laugh. He would say, "Go haya," and then I would go haya, and he goes, "No, stop, do it for real." And I would go, "Okay, haya," and then that was truly the whole first
Mugging
class.
to the parents who were watching, being like,
No,
"Are
it
you
was
watching
private.
this?"
It was private.
It was just you and the instructor.
It was literally just me and the instructor, and my
Okay.
dad sitting in the corner, and the paper mache man who was the mascot. The four of us.
Yeah. Always a performer. Always had it in your bones.
Always had it in me.
Yeah. Do you do theater or anything like that?
I was on Broadway when I was a kid.
You are kidding.
No. Dead serious.
What did you do?
I was in A Christmas Carol at Madison Square
Shut the
Garden. 5,000 seats, bitch.
Neil Patrick Harris. That is, he saw you.
Yeah. He
saw
actually
into
literally
your
might have.
soul.
He literally might have. I
Yeah.
don't know. I can't remember that. But
Must have.
Yeah.
Must have been there watching, and so he was checking in on you.
Yes. Yeah.
Who were you?
I was Scrooge when he was a child.
Shut the
They go back in time, and you discover the soft underbelly of
So I'm
Scrooge.
literally like, oh, you have such a beautiful voice. And you were like, yeah,
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. You know how it happened? It's so gay.
I would love to know.
Okay, so the movie Titanic
Yeah,
sweeps the nation.
of course.
There's a
1997?
song. Sure.
Okay.
I think it was later. I feel like it was 99.
Titanic came out in 1989.
I don't know.
Nobody's going to know.
Yeah.
There's no way to know.
There's a song.
Yeah.
My heart will go on.
Gorgeous.
My mother loves it. One Saturday morning, she's playing it in the house. She goes, I love the way Celine shakes her voice like that, referring to vibrato.
Yeah.
Amateur.
And you said that, and that's how she knew that you should be on Broadway.
Yeah. No, I go, I can do that too. And then my mom goes, no, you can't. And I go, yes, I can. And then I sing into her ear, and she goes, and that's how we started. And then there was an open call for The Lion King
I'm
on
so
the
sorry.
Today Show.
You sing into her ear. You like
Literally
whisper.
into my mother's
The
ear.
control. Okay,
A
continue.
Celine Dion song. So then maybe a month or so or whatever later, there's an open call announcement on the Today Show for The Lion King.
And you're in New York at this point.
I'm on Long Island. And my mom goes, they're looking for Simbas. Do you want to go? And I was like, okay. And we went. I'm 11 years old. This is like 1838. I show
year?
up. Yes. I show up and we have to sing just the chorus of I Just Can't Wait to Be King.
Give us a
and
taste.
I sang it. Oh, I just can't wait to be king.
Stunning.
And I had to sing it like 9,000 times throughout the course of a day.
They just kept moving you into a room further and further into the building
Exactly, literally.
until you're at the stage door.
Yeah, until they're like, "You're on, kid." And then by the end of the day, it went down from like hundreds and hundreds of little children to 12.
Oh my God.
I was one of the 12.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, my mom hadn't seen me all day. She goes, "I got you lunch hours ago," and it was like chicken nuggets from McDonald's,
Oh.
and they were freezing cold.
Yeah.
But I ate them, and they were the most delicious chicken nuggets I ever had.
'Cause
It
you've been
tasted like
working.
success. And then I went into like the private audition, like the regular audition part.
Right.
And then I still got even closer. It's down to like me and like two other boys. And then I did not get it. And I was told that I did lack urban edge, which is true. I do.
So you got so deep into it, then from there they were like, you need an agent? Or were
Yeah,
they
like they told my mom, like when I didn't get it and they told my mom, they were like, but tell him to keep bringing him stuff and make him do it because he'll do it. So then we just kept
Whoa.
doing it. And then we got a manager. And then my first job was on the Conan O'Brien show when he was like the Tonight Show. Like the Late
No
Show.
way.
Yeah, it was a back to school sketch on the Conan O'Brien show. And the joke was like, if you want to impress your teacher, give her an apple. But if you really want to impress your teacher this year, do this. And then I walk out holding like a 12-foot sub. And that was my first job.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So you did TV before you even did Broadway.
I did. Late night TV even.
Incredible.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. It was like, I mean, it was like bad in certain ways. I'm fine. But it was so cool. And like,
Yeah.
I always think like that only would have happened if I was born where I was born. Like if I was born anywhere else, it probably wouldn't have happened.
Kind of at that time, because I feel like post those Annie live auditions, like those were the last ones
My
that
best friend was Annie.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Her name is Addison.
Is this the Annie that I'm thinking of from the open call?
What?
Because there was an Annie open call.
Oh,
And they did a
I don't
documentary
know if
about
she
it.
did an open call,
Okay.
actually.
Straight
She
to
maybe
audition.
did. I mean,
She didn't need to do the open call.
maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe, who knows? I should ask her. I don't actually know.
Is it Addison Rae?
Yeah.
She's going on as Annie tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
She's getting
the sun will
perm
come
right now
out.
in the chair.
That's huge.
Yeah. But you were saying.
Nope.
Oh, okay. See?
Nope. I wasn't.
Look at that.
That was it.
Anyway, that is a gorgeous episode. Can you tell the people where to find you? They know where to find you, but just reiterate.
Yeah. If you can, I'm too online. If you could follow Trans Lifeline, they're doing a lot of really wonderful stuff. Go find them on Instagram across all platforms, or find a local trans organization in your community. See what their needs are. Go follow them, share their stuff.
I'm cis, but I think that's cool.
Okay. I love that. That's the perfect cosign.
Yeah. Love that. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Sorry What? This is the greatest podcast you've ever heard. Thank you for listening. Listen every day for the rest of our lives.
Oh, please. Bye.